Alright everybody, today we will be unboxing the Weilong V11 20 core magnet maglev. This is exciting. Now I'm not actually a professional Rubik's cuber, nor am I very fast. I've just recently learned the beginner method for solving a Rubik's cube, but dang, I just cut my nails recently. But this is honestly extremely exciting. So I'm unboxing this to share with you my experience. Perhaps I will teach you guys maybe. Oh, look at that, look at this. Oh wow, I must say this is quite cool. Yeah, this is exciting. But yeah guys, and the moment of truth. Wow. We got a card here by, I'm assuming that's the Moyu creator man himself. I don't know what his name is. I'm not really into cubing. That's quite cool. And here, boys, here is the cube itself. We have the accessories, probably for speed cubing purposes. This is the key. Oh, this is the adjuster for to adjust the cube settings. So I'm excited to use that later on, but today we won't be touching any of the accessories, and there's probably the lube, the cube lube, to adjust its heaviness and its feel. Again, this is all very let me just open that. Oh, that's not actually the lube itself. I guess this one doesn't come with a lube. That's okay though. We have the adjuster. This is just the manual. Let's see what the manual is all about. Would you look at that? It has cases for F2L and even OLL. OLL, you can see here, F2L. And wow. Oh, and it tells you, this is cool, it even has the beginner method of solving the cube. Amazing. This is the cube itself. This was decently expensive. I need to remember exactly how much it was. But look at that. Look at that. Isn't this a beauty? Oh, I'm so excited to turn this. I've recently got into the Rubik's Cube and I'm really excited to learn cubing. Well, to learn more advanced methods, but I do know the beginner's method. And here it is. Wow. UV coated, clean, neat, and this thing is just awesome. Look at that. Let's just scramble this, and I'll teach you guys how to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's actually, the beginner's method itself is actually quite simple, so that will be fun to deal with. And just like, you guys hear that? Look at the sound, feel the sound of that. You hear that? Oh, this is so satisfying. Now you more advanced cubers are probably going at me like, oh, you don't need this expensive cube if you're still a beginner not knowing how to turn. But hey, I just want one. And honestly, I'm extremely happy, and I bet you this cube will make me more excited to learn more advanced things. But either way, even though I'm still an amateur, I'm excited to share with you guys with what I've learned on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Alright guys, now we will be solving the cube, and I'll be teaching you guys how to use the beginner's method. Now, I'm in nowhere means a professional cuber, and honestly, my explanations might suck. So if you want an actual tutorial, check out to J Perm's video. Shout out to that guy. He is way smarter than me, and he's way more experienced with the cube. So explaining it for him is probably comes off as more natural. He might be using all the right terminologies. Yeah, so if you actually want to learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube, I might link his video down below, his beginner's method, and he's also how I learned to solve the Rubik's Cube. But I'm just curious how exactly I would explain solving the 3x3 using my own words, and I just thought it would be a good learning experience. So here we go. Now the first thing is that you want to make the white cross. White cross being having this. So there are three pieces that you have to think about. There are center pieces, there are side pieces, and there are corner pieces. And these three pieces are should be taken into account as three different pieces, because these side pieces, no matter how you scramble them, will always stay as side pieces. That goes the same for the corner pieces. No matter how you scramble them, like for example here, we can look at this one. No matter how you turn it, it will always stay in the corner, and a side piece will always stay in as a side piece. A center piece will always stay as a center piece. Now, this might come intuitively to a lot of people, but just understanding this opens up possibilities to intuitive thinking into solving the Rubik's Cube. So I really suggest just keeping that in your head. So now if you think about it like that, things can get simpler. First things first, you want to solve the white cross. To do that, the easiest way to do that is, well, there we actually got quite lucky, but supposedly we didn't. What you want to do is you want to make sure that the center white piece is at the bottom, and you're looking at the yellow piece, the yellow center being at the top. Now, instead of making a white cross first, the easiest way to do that is to make a yellow daisy. To make the yellow daisy, you can just make it so that all the white colors are facing up in a cross-like formation, and it's next to the yellow center. So let's do that. We have to be zoning in on pieces that are side pieces and pieces that have the color white. So for example, here is a corner piece, and it does have the color white, but it's a corner piece, so we're not going to be looking into that. This is a side piece, but it doesn't have the color white on it, so we shouldn't really be thinking about it. Look at that. That's a side piece, and it has the color white. So this is something we should be looking towards. The easiest way to do that is to turn this yellow face up. And as you can see, we have made it so that this white color is next to the yellow center, which is also what we did earlier with this one. And honestly, with a lot of this first step of solving the Rubik's Cube is simply just, you can use your intuition. Like for example here, this is the side piece that I want to turn up, but if I just turn this orange face, what's that, clockwise, then the issue is that we have, like, yes, this is almost what we want, but we want the white color here. So that doesn't work out. And so instead of that, we put it back down. We instead want to turn this one so that the color of the white is on top. But if we were to just turn it, then we'd be messing up the thing we've already done earlier with the orange and white side piece. So we can turn the upper one to the side. We can yoink it up now. And as you can see, this one's up. And now we've solved 3. So again, that's the kind of intuitive thinking you want to think about. You want to think, am I looking at a side piece? Am I looking at the color white. And how exactly can I get these white pieces to be facing up and next to the yellow center? That's just the first step. So let me find another one. This is a side piece, but it doesn't have the color white, so not that. This one is a side piece and it has the color white, so we'll be zoning in on that. If we just put it here, see this, put it up like so, this creates two problems where A, we've just messed up the piece we've done earlier here with the blue and white, and the other problem, and the more important one, is this white color is not facing up. So we want to make sure that we turn this in a way so that turn the upper face, the yellow face, in a way so that we can insert this white color so that it's facing to the top. And honestly, once you get the intuitive feel of it, it's quite simple. Now the reason why we make the yellow daisy is so that we can start making the white cross in a simpler manner. What you want to do now is you want to match the colors of these side pieces with its respective faces. So for example, here the color is blue. We want to match it with blue, and all you have to do is turn that center towards the bottom so that this white center is next to that white side piece that's also connected to the center, to its respective color center. So here, blue, blue, white, white. You want this kind of line formation, so to speak. Next thing is this red center. All we have to do is just put it down, because this one we got quite lucky. This one hasn't matched yet, so we want to match it with its color, with its orange center, and now we can put it down. Bam! Now we just want to turn the upper face so that in a way so that we can connect these side pieces like so, and we can put it down also. And this is the first step of solving the Rubik's Cube using the beginner's method. Congratulations, you have made the white cross. Next, you want to solve the corner pieces. This is the second step. In the second step, you would want to make sure that, so here's the thing. You want to now think about the corner pieces because you are solving for the white corners. You see? And we want to make sure that the colors match up. So if it was matches up with the center. So we want, for example, here, right over here, we want it to be white, orange, and green corners, right? So we can find where that is. This is white, red, and green, so that doesn't work. That one's actually, hold on, where is it? Why am I, oh yeah, it's here. This is white, orange, and green. So we turn it, what we want to do is we want to turn the upper face so that the corner is on top of the white corner we want to insert. And we want to make the cube face us in a way so that the side we want to put in here is on the right side. So ergo the corner will be facing the top right of our eyes. And this is the algorithm, and it's very fun. Once you get the hang of it, it's simply just up, left, down, right. Now, we got that the first time, and as you can see, the white corner got inserted. Isn't that exciting? But usually you might need to do it more than one time, that algorithm, up, left, down, right. I'll show it again with another piece here. So again, we go back. This is blue, orange, and white, so we want to match it with its respective colors. Like for example, here the problem is it's red, blue, and white, so but that's not orange. So if we put it here, and look at that, orange, blue, and white. So we want this corner right down here. So again, what we want to do is we want to make it so that this corner we're inserting is on the top right of where we're facing, and we just do up, left, down, right. Now, unfortunately this time it didn't get inserted the first time around, so we go again, up, left, down, right. Not yet, up, left, down, right. There we go. And actually, we were quite fortunate here in the fact that we also solve the second layer. Usually, we need to solve the second layer later on. But once you get the hang of that, you can just You can do it very quickly, actually. And here, again, putting it with its respective color. Here, the center is green, the center is red, the center is white. So we want to put this corner that has green, red, and white at the bottom. We make it so that it faces the top right, and we do up, left, down, right until it gets inserted. And here we got quite lucky that it got inserted the first time, and that's another white corner done. So again, we turn the upper face, the yellow face, because this doesn't mess up anything in the bottom, so that we want to insert it so that it's on the top right, so that it's facing the top right in terms of our eyes. And see, this is red, blue, and white. We want to insert it here, face it on the top right, and just do up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right until it gets inserted. And as you can see, it got inserted in. That's just the algorithm. Afterwards, you want to solve for the second layer. Now, unfortunately here, all of the second layers kind of got stuck, and we can't exactly solve it right away. The issue is we want to insert this orange and green somewhere else, and usually we could just insert the red and green one here to get this one unstuck using another algorithm that I'll teach you. But this time all of them are stuck. So honestly, what you could do is you could use that algorithm anyways. I'll teach you. And here we got it unstuck, but I'll teach you how to do it. It's the same algorithm to get it stuck, to get it unstuck. So first we find a side piece where we want it inserted into the side colors we want, into the second layer that we want it in. So this side piece is orange and green. We want it right over here. What you want to do is you want to match it with its respective colors on the side. So here, this is green and orange, but if we were to insert it next to the green center here, that wouldn't be what we want. We would want it to be matching with the color centers. So this one's orange and orange, and we look at this, this is green. What you want to do is, because we want to insert it here, the way the algorithm works is we want to put this away from where we want it. We turn the side, we turn the face that we want it in up. We put it back to the right, we put it down, and now this is almost done. All you have to do is you have to turn it to the side. Why? So that we can turn this face up, and we can put this one back, and now we can put it down. If that was a bit too fast for you, it's quite understandable. I'm not gonna lie, that was quite confusing the first time around for me too. But again, what you want to do is you want to find the side piece you want to insert. You match it with its color. So this is blue and blue, and that's the first step. The second step is to put it out of the way of where you want to insert it. So if I wanted to insert it on this side to the right, we turn our cube, our upper layer to the left. We turn the face where we want to insert it up. We turn the upper layer to the right once so that it matches the color again. And because we've turned this up right over here, just remember to put it down, right? And you want to put this in a way so that it's not right on it, because we can't just do this, right? If this is the key we want. We want to do this, but the issue is if we want to turn that layer like so, then we'd be messing up the white cross that we've made earlier with this white side piece. So we can't do that. What we want to do is we want to put this to the side so that we can turn this up, and then we can insert it like so, and we can put it down. And as you can see, that can get inserted in while it's not messing up the white side pieces. Next is the green side, this red and green side piece, second layer. Again, we want to match it with its colors. See that we're inserting it here, which is to the left hand side, so we put it out to the right hand side instead. We kind of throw it out, yoink it out. We put this face up because we want to insert it in. We turn the upper layer back so that it matches the colors again. we remember that we just put this side up, so we want to put that back down, and we want to make sure that the upper layer is close. So this thing that we finished is close to the placement that we want it in, but not right on top. Right now it's right on top. If I were to turn this up like so, then it would not be right on top. So we turn it to this left here because it's right next to it. It's one piece. It's one piece next to it. Then we put the green face up in this case. We turn it here and we put it down. And as you can see, we've solved for the first two layers. And remember how I got stuck with putting it out the first time around? If you also get stuck where all the colors are at the wrong places, but we can't put it in right away, just do the same algorithm but with a yellow side piece. That gets it out. And now it's the next step. Now usually, let me just do it for you guys. Usually we have something like this, where there is a white line. This is one of the cases. What you want to do if there is a white... So we're done with the first two layers, right? Now we're solving for the last layer. We can use algorithms so that we don't mess up the first two layers that we've already created earlier. And now all we're thinking about first is the yellow colors on top. So here we have a line. Now because we have a line, this is the algorithm that I want you to remember. You want to turn the front of... So you want to make sure that the line is horizontal. If it was vertical, you want to turn it so that it's horizontal. And we want to turn the face clockwise once. We do up, left, down, right, and we turn the face again. So that's one of the case. The other case is if it was... Hold on, let me just try to find it, because I'm not exactly sure how I can acquire that case. Okay, this is another case. Another case is if it was instead an L shape. Now, I know that this is a square, but you can also see the L, and that's all that matters. The key important detail is that we don't see a yellow line like we saw earlier, correct? Instead, we see an L shape. What you want to do is, if you see an L shape, is you want to make sure that the L shape is oriented like so that it's kind of like pointing at the right bottom of where you're facing. I mean, I guess you could think of it as an arrow pointing on the top left, but I like to think of it as the L being an upside down L, kind of oriented at the bottom, like so. And what you want to do is, remember how with the yellow line we did front clockwise and we only did one layer and then up, left, down, right, and we put it back up. But instead, if it's this kind of pattern with the upside down L, instead of one layer, you want to turn two layers clockwise, like so. Two layers clockwise, and we just do the same thing, up, left, down, right, our most favorite algorithm, and two layers that we just turn clockwise, back counterclockwise. And we're practically done with that step. So after that step, what you should see is the key detail here is that we have a yellow cross at the top. And now if you did the line algorithm instead, you will also get something like a yellow cross. But if you use the line one, you will also get the yellow cross. So yeah, you can just repeat what you can just look back into the video and look at what I said about the yellow cross, the yellow L and the yellow line to get this yellow cross if you missed it. Again, I'm not explaining this incredibly well, I am aware. So link down below on a proper good explanation, but I just wanted to see how I could explain my interpretation of solving the 3x3 as an amateur using the beginner's method. So now, we're almost done here. So usually what you get is you get a case where you can orient this in a way so that you can just turn this, right? You can turn this in a way so that two of it is solved. And the two that are solved would be diagonally, the two sides that are solved would be diagonally next to each other. So here we haven't gotten it like so because this orange is with the blue center, this red is with the orange center, and this green is with the green center. That's actually solved, but that's not what we want. We want at least 2 solved. So see, in this case, we turn this yellow cross at the top in a way so that the side piece at the top is connected with the colors here, blue and blue, and orange and orange. This is not solved, but that's okay because this algorithm is what we're going to solve it with. So we want to make it so that the cube, the thing that's solved, is at the right side and the back side, right? If it was like this is also solved, but this is at the front side and this is at the right side. So that's not what we want. We want this to be on the right side and the back side. So you hold it like so. In this case, I'm facing the green face. You want to do up, left, down, left, up, right, right, down. If you guys missed it, just do it again. And here, make sure at the last step to connect it to its respective centers. And as you can see, all of the side pieces are colored with its centers. If you missed it, just go back to the video because I have to admit, that one took a while to memorize. So that's up, left, down, left, up, right, right, down. Now, it's good to note that I am saying up and right and left and down just to make it seem easier, but there are cube notations that you can search up so that it's way easier to understand what exactly the turns you're doing are. And yeah, so now we've solved for the white cross at the top, and it also matches its respective colors. That's how we know that we've solved the quote-unquote cross. Remember how before we matched the white with its respective centers at the bottom, and we call it solving the white cross. Here we solve the yellow cross. Now next, what you want to do is you want to find a corner piece, and this is usually not all of the time, where the colors are already matching. Like as you can see here, the colors are not in the exact order that we wanted. Like for example, here we want the yellow to be on top and the blue to be here and the red would be here. Like we'd have to turn this corner, but we don't want to cheat. And what you want to do in this case is, again, have it face the top right. Notice how with a lot of these algorithms, we want it to face the top right, the thing we're solving. And you want to do this algorithm so that we can kind of make the other pieces solve itself. It's with your right hand, you turn it and then up, and then with your left hand, you also do right, up, and then again with your right hand, it's you put it down. Again with your left hand, you put it down. So actually, we've already solved it in this case. But sometimes you need to do it more than once. And in this case, you saw how we got a corner piece with its respective colors already. Sometimes all of it is like jumbled up in a way so that there is no way that you can put a solve corner piece in the top right corner because all of them is just messed up. In that scenario, all you want to do is just do the algorithm without doing anything. So I'll just do it again here. That's with your right hand, left up, and then with your left hand, right up, and then with your right hand, left down, and with your right hand, left down. Right? And again, this is messed up again, obviously. You don't actually want to do that if it's already solved. But in this scenario, again, we look for something that's already solved. In this case, I'm seeing the blue, yellow, and orange already in the correct spot. So we put this on the top right, and we do that algorithm that I've taught you earlier just now. You do left up, and then right up, and then left down, and then right down. And actually, we need to do this more than once because as you can see, this is still not the right colors, as in this is not green, orange, and yellow. So again, left up, left down, right down. And here we got lucky, this got solved. So now now you know it's correct when all of the corners are matching with the colors. Like obviously this is not solved completely, but it matches the colors. This is blue, orange, and yellow. This one is red, blue, and yellow. We want that. This one is green, red, and yellow. Now this is the last step, and this is again going back to the roots of the algorithm that you've learned earlier. First off, you put this cube down so that the white center is at the top again, and you want to make it so that this bottom is facing the corner that you're trying to solve is facing the bottom right, and you want to use the algorithm again, up, left, down, right, and you keep going until the yellow is facing the bottom. Now notice how this is all messed up. That's okay, don't panic. Just shift the bottom piece to the right or to the left, depending on how you're trying to solve it or your situation. And again, you do up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right. Keep going with that algorithm until the yellow faces the bottom. And again, you want to turn just the bottom so that it faces the bottom right, and you're looking at the piece you're trying to solve. And again, it's up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right. And here you have solved the Rubik's Cube. Now, I'm not exactly sure how amazing that explanation was. That's just an amateur's perspective on solving a Rubik's Cube. If you want a better video, I suggest looking at J Perm's 3x3 solve, but that's just my perspective on how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube using the beginner's method that I've learned recently. And honestly, I was just so excited that I was able to do it, that I wanted to share it with you guys, and I wanted to see how I would explain it and understand it. And perhaps an amateur's perspective could be useful. So there's that. And I just wanted this video to be more than 3x3 unboxing of the Moyu Weilong V11 20-core magnet cube unboxing video. But yeah, hopefully you found that useful. I really do. If you have any questions to me specifically, you can ask them in the comments down below. But honestly, if you actually want to learn how to solve the 3x3 and you found my explanation very confusing, which I would completely understand, go to J Perm's video. And yeah, that's all. Anyways, peace.